Is this ever going to come back? I don't know. Maybe I gotta restart again. Still not working. Well, what's the problem now? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I knew it was working the whole time. I couldn't troll you guys any longer. See what happens. You guys distracted me, and I opened up Google Chrome to see how many people were here, and it crashed my computer. I see you all. I was just joking. I'm just joking. Yep. You're live. Don't leave again, please. Oh, jeez. Now everyone's messaging me telling me I'm live. I know I'm live. I was just kidding. I was just trolling all of you. Payback for yesterday. Or not yesterday. Payback for last week. Payback for last week. With all the congratulations, Bob. Did you call it, Joel? Did Joel call it? I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Meow? Alright, Meow. Okay, he's back. Yes. Back. Yeah, you didn't call it. You didn't call it. Thanks for the $2 super chat, Nisi. Now I feel bad. Oh, man. You're live. Don't leave again, please. What's your favorite active substance? Eco, Complete, Floramax, Dirt. Eco Complete. Absolutely. I actually don't like Floramax. Wait, Floramax is Eco Complete. Isn't Eco Complete and Floramax the same thing? Or is Floramax the competitor to Eco Complete? I don't know. I'm too busy laughing on the inside. You have the fish I sent you in the mailbox. I'm not gonna fall for that one again. Nice try, Barbara. I'm from Hawaii. Masubis are so famous. Where? What? Oh, by the way, you're live. Yep. Yeah. I got a ton of messages. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know I was live. I didn't know I was live, though, as I've said. Congrats. Thought Geico hacked you for talking ish. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The YouTube algorithm tried to stop you, but it has advanced. Wait, but it has advanced far enough. I think they're different. Floramax looks like little round black pellets. I don't know. I feel like it's made by the same company, isn't it? Like, I don't want to open up another Chrome again and find out. And yes, guys, I am well, my career is in computers, in networking specifically, but I can, you know, I do work on computers. The problem is the computer's like 9 years old. My other computer is like 2 years old. My camera is like 2 years old. And so I'm not fixing my computer, and I'm not buying a new computer. A new camera is first on the list. I want a real camera. So yes, I'm gonna have to suffer, and you guys are gonna have to suffer through blue screens of death because I want my camera more than I want a new computer. And it's only during the live streams that this happens. So I don't know, like, I can live stream on my other channel. Granted, it's on a different computer, but the webcam doesn't work on that computer. So too many problems. Anyways, eventually by the end of the year, we'll get all this fixed, but Like I said, new camera first. New camera before new computer. Is Caleb here? Hello, Caleb. If you're here, everyone's saying hello to Caleb. So, hi, Caleb. I got to see him. Oh, there we go. Sea overhauls. Hi, Bob. Hi, everyone. Hello, Caleb. I saw you Spider-Manning up your wall the other week. Pretty crazy, dude. What camera do you want? I haven't even picked one out. I know that it's going to cost about $1,000 for the camera, and then about $1,000 for the lens. So I got to save up a couple thousand, which is not that bad. Just a bad time of year for it. But we'll get there. Kasha, hello. Creative Pet Keeping. Rob Myers, hello. I wonder if like cutting the stream and starting it over again sent out like new notifications. So I wonder if I should just like do that every 5 minutes. Just keep blasting people with notifications until they show up. That's what tax returns are for. I do not get a tax return this year. I owe a lot of money. A lot of money. Yes, Franny guy. Yeah, when you get tax returns, that's nice. Great to have you here, Caleb. I got a new notification. Sweet. Maybe that's like my strategy the whole time. Like, if you guys aren't here, I'm gonna blast you with a notification until you get your butts in here. I kind of want to see how many people are here now, but I'm not gonna go through that again. Oh man. Sweet, new notifications. Okay. No, I wanted to try something, but I'm not gonna. I gotta open up Chrome, and I'm not gonna do that again. So I wonder if it's got to be the same stream though, because it's the same chat. Hopefully it doesn't separate it like when this happened a month ago. Bob made too much money from his pie. No, it was the YouTube revenue. Yeah, YouTube revenue. So you don't pay taxes on your YouTube revenue until you file your tax return. So yeah, I got a whole year's worth of taxes to pay. Well, that's all right. That just means the new camera gets put off a little bit. Not the worst thing in the world. It was 1:45 before the last one ended. How many people? 3 people here. I see more than 3 people here right now. Vampire Dark Dragon says, we're sorry you owe money on taxes. I heard that's because a lot of deductibles were removed to pay for the tax reductions to the 1%. Well, we're not going to get into politics, but that is completely incorrect. I owe taxes because of said reason. YouTube revenue, you're paid as an independent contractor, you get a 1099, so you have to pay your own taxes at the end of the year. My regular job, I got money back, but when you factor in the extra income, then I owe. 98 people watching now, so we're at 100. That's all right. Thanks for doing the YouTube for everyone. Well, I enjoy it, so it's really for me. You guys just enjoy what I do. Actually, YouTube's been great. YouTube's been really great. And I might be going full-time here a lot quicker than I thought, too. So we'll see. By the time you guys see me next week, I might be, like, full-time YouTube. Depending on what happens at work this week. It's a new video stream. Bob has to pay in taxes from all the Mile High Pleco Super Chats. It's more like he pays my taxes from all those Super Chats. I'm in that 1%. I had to settle for a smaller yacht. Yeah, you gotta go from a G4 to a G3. Oh man. Such a hard life. Anyways, taxes are taxes, man. There's no way to get around it. There's actually, I have this theory about YouTubers that just disappear, and my theory is that they disappear because they don't pay their taxes. Like, people just get these YouTube checks tax-free, and they're like, oh yeah, this is free money. They don't file it. They don't file it as income, and then eventually they figure it out, and so you see all these YouTubers that make lots of money just disappear. Well, that's because they in jail. Plain and simple, they in jail. That makes me feel good about paying my taxes. That's how I justify it. I don't know. That's just a theory, though. Do I think 2 angels could be happy in a 40 breeder heavily planted? Yep, I do, actually. I'm retired with a pension, don't have to file taxes. Floramax. Floramax what? Is that what you're picking? Bobby Lee, the comedian, didn't pay taxes until he was like 35, and he owed $359,000. Back taxes like Wesley Snipes, yeah. Anyways, enough about taxes. No more tax talks. You're gonna get me depressed. I could add a camera with the amount I paid for taxes. But it's just like, I mean, really, if you think about it, like in my situation, the more I pay for taxes, that just means I made like last year I got like $200 back. This year I owed way more than that. But that just means that I made way more this year than the year before. So I mean, it's not a bad thing to make more money. My brother didn't file for 2 to 3 years one time. He's not very good with money. Taxes are no fun. Yep, everyone in America that makes blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm done with taxes. I'm done. Candy linking my website, which somebody actually ordered a shirt last week. So thank you, Mr. Somebody. I appreciate the support. There's my Patreon. Patreon. The interesting thing. No, let's get off of taxes. Yeah, I had to pay taxes on Patreon too. You gotta pay taxes on it all. One is not allowed to simply go down to the IRS. Oh man. Anyways, let's get back to fish. We got 15 minutes. Let's talk about fish. Yeah, anyways, what is a good number of dwarf rainbows in a 40 breeder? What kind? You're talking about neon dwarf rainbows? Probably, I would do like 10. Maybe a dozen. What do you do in IT? Networking? Yes, networking. Networking, repair. Yeah. Do all corridoras pretty much have the same care? I think you could generalize all corridoras have pretty much the same care. I would make that statement. Floramax and Eco Complete the same thing. That's what I thought. Because I had a bag of Floramax in my garage for like the last 2 years, and I finally pulled it out to use it, and I was like, wait, this is Eco Complete. Yeah, I thought so. What color shrimps you got? I got red, I got blue, I got orange, I got yellow, I got red and white. I got nothing else. What plants do you recommend to promote breeding? Well, it really depends on the fish. Like guppies do well with floating plants, and guppy grass is great for guppies. Floating plants in general are pretty good, except for duckweed. Never get duckweed because duckweed sucks. But like water lettuce is really good. Java moss is insanely good for breeding. Brandon Guy says, I'm also an IT. Official title is Network Computer Technician. I want to break into the full-blown networking and system admin. Well, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I have no desire to advance my career in computer networking at all. Does the water section of your paludarium turn into black water? Nope. I want it to be clear, but the runoff from the soil in my terrarium is dark tea. I don't have that problem. I might soon, but I don't have it now. And the water, so my paludarium, my water is completely separate. So there's no like waterfall that runs from the land side into the water side. It's all completely separate. And then I missed the other side. Have you had to deal with camellinus worms? How did you get rid of them? I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember. My blue dolphin cichlids. Where did that chat go? Try blocked. Long time no see. How you been? Been doing great, my friend. Good to see you. Where'd that comment go? Maybe it was deleted. The caveat I'd add to that statement is in most corridors you find in your average fish store, even like, I don't know, man, even like mom and pop shops. But yeah, I mean your stir-bys, pretty much all the common stuff. Now, breeding them would be different, but as far as just general care, Candy says levamisol for camelinus worms. Yes, I'm sorry, I did not answer the second part of your question, but yes, levamisol. Thank you, Candy. Sunia, hello Sunia, the gecko. I have a 10-gallon tank set up, but no fish. I'm assuming. What should I put in it? In a 10-gallon tank, is it planted? Man, I would do. You know what I would do? I would find the smallest rasboras I could get, and do a large school of them. That's what I would do. Favorite blue strain of guppy or endler with nice looking females. I'm definitely not a guppy person. I have my black Moscow guppies that I absolutely love that I got from Ray's Aquaria. But pretty much all other guppies just kind of look the same to me. I like mixing them. I like getting random colors. I had red Moscow for a long time, and then I threw in some yellows in there, and now I get all kinds of neat looking colors. So I like mixing them. But I'll never mix the black Moscow with anything because they look amazing, and the females are really black. So I'm actually starting to breed them finally. Not that they weren't breeding before, I just simply didn't want them to breed. Michael Wall says, would you rather have 10 10-gallon tanks or one 100-gallon tank? One 100-gallon tank, because doing maintenance on 10 10-gallon tanks is a pain in the butt. My fish room used to be a lot of small tanks. Like, I had rows of 10 gallons over here, rows of 10 gallons over there, 20 gallons over there, and I tore all those out for bigger tanks. I'd rather have fewer tanks but larger volume than smaller tanks and more of them. I think that makes sense. Love the video you recently posted, especially when the gecko got out. Was that the hardest rescue you've had to make? No, that was actually really easy. And I should have set up the tripod, but I couldn't find it at the time. Normally it just hangs out in my fish room, but I had moved it upstairs and forgot, so I couldn't find it. But I have a 10 or a 12-inch fish net, and I just went up there and went whoop and scooped it right up. And it got stuck in the net, and it was actually really easy. But yeah, so that was actually the easiest capture. The hardest capture I've ever had was a velvet gecko from a place I used to live at and moved out that got away during the move. And it was actually gone for months and months. About 6 months later, the person that lived where I moved out called me and was like, dude, there's a gecko sticking its head out of my shower. And it was like behind, like, I don't know what it's called, but like the shell of the shower. It had somehow got behind and sticking its head out in the corner. And so it had like that whole corner to go up and down. So you can't really reach down there. So we had to drill a small hole in the bottom, and then we took a hanger and fed it through and kept poking it in its butt until it finally ran out the top. That was the hardest escapee that I had to capture. 1,200 gallons or 10 120s? 1,200 gallon for sure. What is the largest size tank you'd be willing to move if you were planning a 6-hour move out of state? The largest tank that I have ever moved, the heaviest tank was a 220-gallon glass Aqueon, or whatever that size is, 210, 220. That was a pain in the butt. I have a 270-gallon acrylic that was that was only a 7-foot tank, so it wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty heavy, but nothing like that glass tank. And there was only 2 of us to move the 220. I mean, really, it depends on how much help you have. If you have enough help to move a large tank, then I wouldn't really care how large it was or how far I had to go. If you don't have the help, then I don't know, you're gonna run into problems. What's for dinner, Nisi? Didn't you help Corey move his 800-gallon? No, I was not there that day. Everybody else in Washington seemed to have been there that day, but I could not get out of work that day, so nope. Bob, come over. I'm making ribs. I'll make a plate for you. Nisi, I was actually going to message you about when a good time to come visit is. because I'd like to make it to Alaska this year. How do you like your fluval heaters? Do they keep a consistent temp? Yes. So I've only been using them for maybe 3 weeks now. And yeah, I actually really like them a lot. I don't know that I would like them enough to like do my whole fish room because there's really not a need for it. But I would say out of all okay, so here's the thing. Do I like the fluval heaters, or is like the cool factor just cool that makes me like it? Having the LED readout, having it flash colors when the temperature gets low or too hot. For heaters, I mean, they're about as cool as you can get for a heater. So I don't know if it's the cool factor that makes me like them. I think I need to own them long term before I can actually say whether I like them or not. Would you rather have Corvus's fish room or Dean's? I'd rather have my own, to be honest. Dean's is probably too small for me though. Yeah, it's amazing what he does in that small space, but I couldn't do it. I'm way too big and fat to move around that fish room. You tell Nisi you want to visit and she decides to leave. I guess that tells me what I need to know. I'll just stick with the cheap factor and go with the $10 ones on Amazon. Oh, you're talking about heaters? Yeah. Steenfott Aquatics, or anyone with a Planet Tank experience, have you ever experienced higher par actually aiding in the elimination of algae? Yeah, oh, absolutely. So it's all about balance. So if you're like just pumping it full of CO2 and ferts, but you have low light, you're gonna get algae. If you're pumping it full of CO2 and ferts, then you remove that low light and increase the lighting, then yes, you're gonna fix the algae because then you no longer have an imbalance. So absolutely. My best Planet tank had 120 par at the substrate. So I had to, again, I was doing the EI method in that tank, so I was just pumping the crap out of dry ferts, and I really had to like go all out on the CO2. But I was having to trim plants like every single day. It was sweet. But that's back when I had like 3 tanks, so you know, I would never do that again. Yeah, Bob and Dean's fish room was like fat guy in a little coat. Not enough tanks. What's going on? Steenfott Aquatics, can you mix safe and water to make prime? Yes, as a matter of fact, that's kind of the preferred way to do it. To let the prime dissolve, or let the safe dissolve in the water and then add it to the tank. I do not do that because I'm a terrible fish keeper, but that's like the you know, the people that are better than everyone else, that's how they do it. He touched the button again? What? Dean is no skinny chicken, but he's a chef. He is used to having things close by and convenient, and probably chaos too, right? People running in and out all the time, having to watch what's going on, watch behind you, things like that. I watched you next week. Good show. It was baby fish as well. I watched you next week. Oh, that's good. So apparently, people, I have a good show next week, so you guys should all come and stop by. Good. It's good to know. Back neighbor brought my dog some bones. Wasn't that nice? That is very nice. The elites on Facebook do it like that. You must not be part of that club. No, I will never be a part of that club. Bearded Bob's Fish Room says, "What's up, Fish Tube? Been good, Susan. Lots of fries, so keep him busy with those micro feedings. How are you doing?" Jamie McDonald is here. He shows up for the last 4 minutes. Hey, everyone. Got tied up in a meeting at work, but wanted to check in. Well, thank you, Jamie. Jessica at Pierre Ford. Hello, Jessica, with the O face, I guess. I heard 2 weeks stream is better than this one, Bob. Well, see, this guy has firsthand experience. Your hearsay. He actually saw next week's stream, so you know. Terra77, you awesome, Bob. Nice. Thumbs up. Thumbs up to you too, my friend. Oh, I guess Joel left. Goodbye, Joel, if you're still here. Oops, missed that. Shelby Ray Lane says hello, Jamie. Big D Smoke. Everyone's saying hello to Jamie. All right. Well, we got a couple minutes left. Do I have anything left for next week? What are we doing? What do I got going on this week? I got plants coming in. I got a lot of crypts coming in, so that'll be awesome. What do I got? What else? I don't think I have any fish coming this week. I think it's just plants for the 75 gallon. Maybe plants for potatoes. Potato is finally getting an overhaul on his tank, so maybe I'll order plants for that one too, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to stick with just plants for the 75 for now. I heard next week's topic is on breeding for profit tank. Boy, everyone wants to know about that tank, but it's not even really it's not really a tank anymore at all. My blue dolphins breed all the time, but never have fry. Any ideas? You mean they show like the mating behavior? Now, I guess my question would be, do you know that if they are showing that mating behavior, are you sure that it's just not two males like fighting for hierarchy? Because blue dolphins are not very hard to spawn. But it's kind of my blue dolphins breed all the time, but never have fry. Are they dropping eggs and maybe they're just bad parents and letting the eggs just float away and get eaten? I don't know. African cichlids are pretty easy to breed. I'd be curious that if it's actually male and female, or if it's just two males that... I feel like it could be easy to confuse male and female mating and breeding versus two males fighting for dominance. I don't know. Brian says, how did the S repens hold up? Did it stay mush? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It did not come back to life at all. Kaler Aquatics says, leaving early to avoid traffic. See you tomorrow night in the stream. Candy, good to see you, Kaler. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, Bob Kaler. Be safe driving. Bye, Shelby Ray. Candy 425 and counting. Everyone's saying good night to Kaler's Aquatics. Whew, man. Ooh, the most oddball tropical fish I would like to keep. One, gotta fly. Thanks Kathleen for stopping by. One fish that I would really like to keep that I never will would be knife fish, and they're pretty common, so I don't know that you would consider them oddball. I would consider them oddball simply because how big they get, and even though lots of people buy them, they don't really care for them properly. But I think it would be cool to own knife fish. Can I say fish practice and cuddle, not always breed? Forcing them is wrong. I should wait till big enough. Yeah, that's the other thing too. They might not just be... Oh wait, they are dropping eggs and the male fertilizes them and then the female picks them up. So they might be getting eaten when they spit. That's really weird though, especially if the female picks them up. You might want to remove the female. You might also want to strip the eggs. That's probably going to be your best bet. If they're having problems, if the females are having problems raising the eggs, you'll probably have to strip them and put them in an egg tumbler, which I don't do, but yeah, that might be something that you might want to think about. Alex, how's it going, buddy? How are the Tanganyikans doing? The Tanganyikans are doing good. They're also doing well. Nothing really new there. The Julidochromis have stopped breeding. I think I've got the tank too crowded at this point, so they're not breeding anymore, which is a good thing. It was getting out of control for a while. I lost my female gold ocelotus, but it's not really a surprise. They're both really old, so I still have the male, but I did lose the female. My Shellies are out of control as always. I might be getting rid of my multis though. I feel like I've kind of worn out the multis. I've had them for 5 years plus, so I might just sell off the colony. I don't know. What others? I have the Trets. The Trets I'll be taking into my local fish store for store credit, so I won't have those anymore. The Calvus are doing well, just growing insanely slow. And I can't think of any others I have. I mean, the Paracyprochromis are breeding, and the Cyprochromis are not breeding, but yeah. Ella says, okay, thanks. Yeah, so the good part is that they're breeding, right? They're holding, she's holding, so I would just strip them. I brought a black knife fish. Oh, I bought a black knife fish a couple days ago, but he's pretty small. He disappeared for a day and then turned upside down in my tank. I don't know what happened, but I bought a new one, but larger. They get pretty big. They get pretty big. I love gold ocelotus so much. Yep. It's kind of like, I feel like once you've bred Maltese and what's the other one that's really easy to breed, like gold ocelotus is like the next stage up as far as difficulty. There's like 2 or 3 shell dwellers that are really easy to breed. The gold ocelotus, any ocelotus really, actually requires some sort of care because they are not really community breeders, so they don't, like, you can so you could breed Maltese all together, right? So you don't have to remove them, but you do have to remove gold ocelotus. Love you, but sometimes waiting instead of panic with the fish is good. Might learn something. All right. What's your holy grail fish? Like the fish that you always wanted but haven't even seen. Mine's Mdoka white lip. Well, those are pretty common though. I actually just saw those for sale not too long ago. Some people might know my holy grail fish. I've said it a few times, but it's Bentochromis tricotti, which is a Tanganyikan fish. Bentochromis tricotti. All right, guys, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go get some dinner. Gotta get my dog's dinner. So sorry about that little hiccup. I killed the stream earlier, but thanks everyone for stopping by. Thanks to the 2 new members. I might kill my stream again. If I do, thank you for watching. But let's see. Nisi with the super chat, thank you. Chris with the super chat, thank you. And Aquarium Co-op is the new member, and I don't know I'm going to be able to see the next one without killing my stream. I do have to open the window. All right. Well, let's just kill the stream anyways, because I gotta thank the new. Oh, Life in Liquid. Life in Liquid. Also new member, so thank you. We will be back next week at 5 p.m. Pacific on Monday, and I've been told by someone who's already watched next week's stream that it is a really good one, so you guys are going to want to stop by. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you next week.